Now may we have our next contestant, please? Tell us your name, young fella, and where you're from.
I'm Mancil Davis from Odessa, Texas.
You certainly are. And how old are you, Mancil?
I'm 12 years old.
You're looking at a young man, panel, and ladies and gentlemen, a young man who has established a record that will make grown men cry. Mancil, if you'll whisper to me, we'll show our audience just what field you established your record in. Uh-huh. Now let's show them what your record was. Wow. The clue to Mancil's secret concerns, of course, the record he established. We'll start the game with Henry Morgan.
Well, would make grown men cry?
Some of them, yes.
You've been married 15 times.
No, sir.
Is it some sporting thing, some athletic stuff?
Yes, sir.
Not as sporting as that, Henry, but along that line.
Well, he's 12. Is it something like, let's see, what do I do worst? Well, everything. My second choice is like push-ups, we'll say.
No, sir.
Something in that area, like, no.
No, sir.
Do you use your whole body when you do this thing?
Yes, sir.
$20 down. Betsy?
Mancil, would you be more likely to do this in Texas than you would in New York City?
No, ma'am.
No? It has nothing to do with cattle?
No, ma'am.
With horses?
No, ma'am.
It has to do with a certain part of your body more than another part of your body?
No, ma'am.
Does it have to do with your head?
No, ma'am.
No?
Not to the exclusion of all other parts.
Do you use something when you are doing whatever you're doing? Like a
Excuse me?
highlight thing or something like that? Is it a racket of some sort?
It's a good straight line, but we'll let it go. No. That's $40 down, 40 to go. Bill Cullen.
Mancil, you use your entire body to do this?
Yes, sir.
Does it have to do with water?
No, sir.
Once in a great while it does. But
If it's raining while you're doing it. Do you do this on land, Mancil?
Yes, sir.
On the ground?
Yes, sir.
Please call me Bill. It makes me feel younger.
Yes, sir, Bill.
Do you move yourself from one place to another?
Yes, sir.
Faster than most people?
No, sir.
More often than most people?
Yes, sir. What?
I was hoping for a no there.
Not more often than most people in the same context, Bill. $60 down. Bess?
Same context.
What context were you in, Bill?
Right next to Texas.
Right next to Texas. You move faster than most people, but not as often, or something.
No,
More often.
that's a misleading...
Yes. But Betsy established that there was some kind of implement involved, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you always on the ground?
Yes, ma'am.
Do your feet touch the ground?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you run?
No, ma'am.
Walk?
Yes, ma'am.
You walk, and this is a sport?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
You walk very fast. You've established the... What?
It's a slow walking
walk
sport.
Further. You hike. Is it hiking?
No, ma'am.
It has to do with walking? Wait. You walk. You ride a horse and your feet touch the ground. What?
Welcome to Long Lake. No, seriously, young Mr. Davis is a golfer. You see?
For goodness sake.
And like all serious golfers, it has been his lifelong dream to hit a hole-in-one. Well, sir, last spring, he finally made it and then some. He hit a hole-in-one, and since then, believe it or not, he has hit 7 more for a total of 8 holes-in-one in 1 year. Mansfield, you spend a lot of time practicing? You must, huh?
Yes, sir.
How much?
I try to get 8 hours a day practice in the summer.
Wow. And in the winter?
I try to play after school if I can.
I see. Well, so do I. You know, you're really serious. You're really serious about this, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Want to make a career out of golf?
Yes, sir. I hope so.
I see. Well, you certainly are on the right track. Now, tell us about your 8 holes in one, would you?
Well, I made my first one at the Golden Acres Country Club on the 3rd hole.
How long a shot was that?
It's a 165-yard shot and hit a 3-iron.
I see. Were all your shots on the same course?
No, sir. I've had them at several courses. I had several of them at my home course at the Odessa Country Club, and I've had several others at other courses.
I see. Well, what are your long-range plans now regarding golf?
Well, I hope to play golf in high school and college, and then I hope to make a career and play the tour.
Well, the start you're off to, I'm certain you will. Gary, or rather, Mancil, thank you very much for being with us. I was thinking of Gary Player, who he told me earlier, gave me a little tip or two. But we do wish you the best of luck, and thanks very much for being with us today. Incidentally, Mancil has requested that we donate his entire winnings tonight to the rhythm section of our orchestra, which I think is to the Golf Scholarship Fund of Odessa College in Odessa, Texas, which is a nice thing, I think, even if I had trouble saying it. We'll meet our special guest for the evening in a minute after this message.